Okay, so I told you guys to look at number 9 and just do the first part and ignore the part after the comma. So just with number 9, I would tend to move this negative xy over to the right-hand side over there. So you should then get dy dx. And you can see this from the answer key that I have on Google Classroom if you want as well. So I have xy, because it becomes positive, right? Plus x. Now, the problem is on the right-hand side there, I don't have my x's and my y's separated. So what you're going to do is, you're going to write dy dx, is you can see that you can factor an x out. So if I take an x out from that right-hand side there, I'll be left with y plus 1. And what that does is that separates the x from the y, and then you can kind of go from there. So I'm going to cross multiply again. And when I do that, I'm going to get dy dx. Oops, let's try that again. There we go. Equals x dx. Why did I write dy dx? All right, let's pretend that's not there because that's not what you get. There we go. So I'm going to get dy equals x dx. And then we have y plus 1. All right, now what we can do is we can just divide by that y plus 1. Sorry for the messy look. Okay. And then we end up with what you see there. All right, now, what we can do now is remember that we're supposed to integrate on both sides. The thing that you need to be a little bit careful of with the left side is you want to make sure that you use u substitution. So I'm just going to bring this up over here. So I would have my u be y plus 1. I would have my du be 1 dy. So then that way on the left-hand side, what I'm really doing is I'm integrating, what have I got there? U over du. Okay? And then on the right-hand side, I am integrating x dx. Okay, so on the left-hand side there, you can see that I have ln. So that's going to be the ln of u, and remember what our u is. It's right here. So we're going to have the ln of y plus 1 equals, and then that's going to be 1/2. Oh, stylus does not want to agree with me this morning. X squared plus c. All right, so now from here, I'm going to e both sides, so that way I can get rid of the ln. So if I e this side and I e this side, now remember I'm eing all of that. Okay, the ln's going to cancel out, and then on the left side I'm going to be left with y plus 1 equals. Now remember when we talked about yesterday that that's e to the 1/2 x squared, really times, because addition means multiplication when we're dealing with e's and ln's and logs, e to the c. So e to the c is really just a constant. So we just put that constant in front like this, and then we write e to the, it might look a little bit better on the answer key, I'm sorry, 1/2 x squared power. Okay? All right, then from what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that 1 over. So then I'm going to get, oops, y equals, and then that's c e to the 1/2. Sorry, my stylus is giving me a hard time. X squared. And this is going to go bad. You really might be better off looking at the answer key from here. X squared. That's all a power, by the way. And then we have minus 1. Okay, now here's where I didn't tell you to do this last night, but I want you to pay attention. Basically, what you're going to do at this point is you're going to try to solve for c. Because once you have c, what you're looking at right now will be the answer. If you can just throw a c in there, that would be your solution. That would be your equation. Okay, so what they did was they gave you a set of conditions, and they said y of 0 is equal to 3, right? Okay, well that means really what they just gave you was the point 0, comma 3. So what you're going to do is go back to the equation that's on the left there, and wherever you see x, you're going to put in 0, and wherever you see y, you're going to put in 3. So that's what's on that answer key on that next step down. So I'm going to put 3 here. All right, now, if I put in a 0 in for this x right here, if I could underline it, there we go, 0 squared would be 0. 1/2 times 0 would be 0. So you basically have e to the 0. And anything to the 0 power, you should know, is 1. And that's where I was getting that on the answer key. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add this 1 over here to the other side. And that's going to give me 4 equals c. And there's my c value. So now all I do is go back and put that back into my original equation. So I'm going to get y equals 4, there's my c value, e to the 1/2 x squared, and then minus 1. And that is your solution. That's the equation with y equals. Okay? All right. So now you're going to do the same thing on 10, and I believe that the answer key on the Google Classroom, yep, will show you kind of step by step how to do that. So you're going to get the y by itself first. Then you're going to plug in the values that they gave you. I'm sorry for that funky slash in number 10 on the original. It's like a big slash there right before it says y of 2 equals 1. Just ignore that. So you're going to plug that in, and you would find your c, and then you would solve. Okay, what I want you to do from there then is I want you to do numbers 11 through 16 for homework. Please just do the very best that you can. You can work together, and I'll go through what I can with you tomorrow.